Hello everyone. This is Dr. Geeta Naik Vislavat, Assistant Professor of Public Administration, working at Government Degree College, Hayatnagar. Today we are going to discuss the topic McGregor's X and Y theory. This topic is a part of BA first year, first semester Public Administration syllabus under fourth module Human Relations and Motivational Theories. This is also one of the motivational theory. The propounder of this theory is McGregor. This theory is called X and Y theory. He is McGregor. His lifetime is from 1904 to 1964. Coming to introduction, McGregor is popular among the neo-human relations approach or organizational humanism. His theory is popular in neo-human relations approach. He was emerged as a management psychiatrist. He was a psychiatrist. He explained his X and Y theory, the concept of X and Y theory. This concept is totally different. X theory is totally different and Y theory is totally different. This X and Y theory is dependent on behavior of human being. So both are contradictory to each other and different to each other. This theory is present in his famous book, The Human Side of Enterprise, which was published in 1960. It explains the behavior of the individuals. Just now I told you the X and Y theory explains the behavior of individual. Next slide. Here we are going to discuss the life history of McGregor. He was born in 1906 at Detroit, Michigan State, USA. He completed BE Mechanical Engineering from Rangoon Institute of Technology and BA from Wayne State University in 1932. He did his doctorate in psychology from Harvard University in 1935. He worked as professor of management at Mid Slogan School of Management, Massachusetts Institute of Technology. He worked as professor in management. He was president of Antioch Law College from 1948 to 1954. He worked as director of Social Science Research Council and National Training Laboratories. His major works are The Human Side of Enterprise, which was published in 1960, then Leadership and Motivation in 1966, The Professional Manager in 1967. His writings are influenced by Abraham Maslow. He was the follower of Abraham Maslow. Assumptions of management. The human side of enterprise, the book Human Side of Enterprise, has been that the theoretical assumptions which the management holds about the control and commanding its employees explain the whole character of the enterprise. It explains the total or complete character of enterprise, the controlling power and the management power and commanding power on employees will explain the whole character of the enterprise. He questioned the formation of traditional or formal organizations and he examined the ways of control and direction and challenges the validity. He challenges the validity about human behavior. He questioned formal organizations, human behavior, and traditional control and directions. Next, coming to theory X. According to McGregor, the theory X is based on control of the human behavior. Control is the important base of human behavior and it depends on change or control. Integration of human behavior in two ways. He explained he explained this theory into two ways. Through it can be integrated through coercive compulsion or motivational self-control. Coercive compulsion is the controlling through higher authorities. Motivational self-control is the employer should get self-control by motivating. uh, Organization should motivate him, and employer should control himself, and he actively take part in fulfilling his responsibilities. Developed This theory is developed on the basis of two assumptions. Those two assumptions are very important. This is purely on behavioral assumptions it was developed, and the theory is based on traditional or classical approaches of organization. It is totally classical approach. The traditional approaches like controlling, commanding, they take place in theory X. Man works only due to external control and pressure. The theory X explains that human beings are workers, always work in an organization due to external control or pressure, not due to self motivation. The dislikes of work will avoid it if they can. They want to avoid the work. If they uh, always they want to avoid the work. If possible, they will neglect. Because of this human characterization of dislike of work, most people must be coerced, controlled, directed, and threatened with punishment to get them to put forth adequate effort towards the achievement of organizational objectives. Every organization is built with some of the objectives or some of the goals. These goals will be fulfilled by the employees who are working in that organization. They have to take responsibility in fulfilling the organizational goals. But the theory X explains that most of the human beings or most of the workers in an organization always want to avoid the work or want to avoid the responsibility. They need only security. They oppose initiatives. They oppose new changes in the organization. So every time, so most of the time, the managers control, direct, coerce, or punish them to put forth the adequate efforts for achieving the goals of the organization. They prefer to be directed, wish to avoid responsibilities. They have very limited ambitions. They have very little desires, and they need only security. If they are secure, they feel they are good enough. So this is the character of the human being of X theory. Then coming to next slide, this theory is called carrot and stick theory. Means the management provides different types of facilities and allowances to the workers for doing their job properly. This is carrot method. Means giving all the allowances or giving at most importance to the workers for fulfilling their personal needs at the same time fulfilling the organizational goals. This is called carrot. And if employee or worker dislike or neglect the work, neglect the responsibility, then on that time, if they fail to take responsibility, then the manager control them by the ways of punishment or by the ways of different types of punishments. So this is called stick. So they will give carrot first. If they don't accept that carrot, then they will show stick to control them. So in this way, this is called carrot stick method or traditional method. It is mechanistic approach to human relations. It is mechanistic approach means the X type of person always dislike to obey the orders or dislike to take any initiative or not interested in taking responsibility. He want to be mechanistic, he want to waste the time. So in this way it is called mechanistic approach. Man should be controlled, punished, and directed. It explains that the man always want to neglect his work. So for getting good results or for achieving the goals, he should be punished or he should be controlled. He should regulate it properly. By nature, man works for his own achievement, not for the achievement of the organization or goals of the organization. And every time he resists to change according to the changes happen in the society and in the organization. For example, in these pandemic situations, most of the sectors of the government or private sectors are changing a lot, and education system is in online now. It is converted into online study portal like that. So the most of the employees, if the employees accept these changes and adopt them, then their job will be secured, then the workers job will be secured, and um, they will be a part of organizational growth. If not, then they will lose their job. In that way they will lose their security. So most of the people, most of the X characterized behavioral people resist the change, or they don't like change. They want to do normal work as it is. They want to turn the page and learn the one. Not they don't want to show their capacity, or they don't want to show new things to organization. The assumptions about human motivations have failed to motivate to work towards organizational goals. So human motivations are failed, and this X theory always will not motivate the people by controlling or by commanding. So human motivation failed here. In that way, it will lead to failure of organization goals. Theory X works in Theory X works reasonably well under certain circumstances, but this theory does not work at all once man has reached all adequate level. In few situations, it works properly. The theory X works properly in few situations. Once the worker or man or human being reaches the adequate level or satisfactory level, then theory X will not work. The motivation of theory X means the controlling power, the carrot stick method will not work on that worker. It motivates primarily by higher needs. It motivates only by higher needs. The theory fails to explain human nature. This theory X failed to explain the human nature. Then come to theory Y. Theory Y explains that theory the sorry theory X, actually the theory X management style therefore requires close, firm supervision with clearly specified tasks and the threat of punishment on the promise of greater pay as motivating factor. Managers working under these assumptions will employ autocratic controls that can lead to mistrust and resentment from those they manage. So, theory X needs always supervision and close form with employees. Next, coming to theory Y. Theory Y assumption try to integrate the individuals with the organizational goals. Theory Y is based on the man's psychological quest for their satisfaction, offers a number of alternative assumptions. It will show a number of alternative assumptions for integration of individuals with the organizational goals. Here in theory Y, the people of theory Y will fulfill their personal goals. At the same time, they will fulfill the organizational goals. It replaces the traditional concepts of direction and control. It replaces the carrot and stick method, and it replaces the control, punishment, traditional characters like coercion, command, direction, supervision. It replaces all these commands. The expenditure of physical and mental effort in work is as natural as play or rest. The people of theory Y always feel that they always want to show their capacity. They always want to work for the organizational goals and for their personal goals. So they feel work as a play or a rest. Man exercises self-direction and self-control in the service of the objectives to which he is commanded. External command and the threat of punishment are not only means for bringing about efforts toward achieving organizational goals. So, people will exercise self direction and self control in the service of objectives to which they are committed. People do not work only because of force. They can be self-directed and self-controlled and creative at work if properly motivated. If they are properly motivated, then they will show their full length capacity towards reaching organizational goals. Commitment to objectives is a result of the rewards associated with their achievements. The most significant of such rewards, such as the satisfaction of ego and self actualization needs, can be direct product of effort directed towards the organizational objectives. So the commitment of objectives is a function of reward. So the reaching the goal of organization, they feel it as a goal of their goal, their personal goal or their reward associated with that achievement. They and under the proper conditions, the average human being learns not only to accept but also to seek the responsibility. They not only accept the work and also they want to seek the responsibility. They will take full length responsibility in completing the work. They always enjoys work, and they always initiative towards organizational goals. So here, avoiding of responsibility, lack of ambition, and emphasis on security are generally consequences of experience, not inherent human character. So it is not inherent human character. If they are properly motivated, if they are properly initiated, or if they are properly guided, then the workers will enjoy the work. They don't. They happily take the responsibilities of organization. High degree of creativity, imagination, and intensity in the solution of organizational problems is widely, not narrowly distributed in the population. So the capacity to exercise a relatively high degree of imagination, in ingenuity, and creativity in solution of organizational problems is widely, not narrowly distributed in the population. So they are widely distributed, and the creativity, imagination, incentivity, and genuinity, and initiatives, these are all the characters lead made theory Y, or the human being of Y, or the worker of Y, a great person and a motivated person. For he will help organization, and he will fulfill his own desires at the same time organizational goals. Under the conditions of modern industrial life, the intellectual potential of average human being is used only partially. So the intellectual average human being in modern society, he is using his normal knowledge, but he is not using his full length knowledge. So he has to be motivated and he has to be guided properly. Then the theory Y is a active initiative person. Integration of behavior is the key process in management because it results in the creation of conducive environment for the members to achieve their goals best by directing their efforts toward the success of enterprise. So the integration of behavior, the behavior of the people is the main key point in management. If the employees are conducive environment, they accept the environment and they are very well known about the goals of the organization, and they are hardworking natured and initiative, and they are happy to take initiative, then the enterprise will success. The theory Y is a open invitation to innovation. It is a open invitation. They are self-motivated persons and they are self-controlled persons. They enjoy the work and they take initiatives, and they identify new techniques for completing their job. He does not deny the appropriate authority under certain circumstances, but he does deny it's appropriate for all purposes and under all circumstances. So theory wise, sometimes it will not deny authority under some circumstances, under some situations the theory why accept the authority, but most of the situations theory why denies the authority because they are self motivated and they know what they want, they have to do, and they are self commanded, self motivated, so they don't accept the authority. Practice of theory Y. Theory Y is highly correlation between the acceptance of responsibility and commitment to objectives. The theory Y explains that it is mostly related to the theory Y people accept the responsibility and they are self-motivated, self-controlled, and they are most most enjoyable persons in receiving the orders or taking the responsibility, so they are committed toward the objectives of the organization. Play an active part in decision making. They take decisions for the full well-being of the organization, so they take crucial part in decision making. The performance appraisals of human being, the administrative, informational and motivational purposes of performance appraisal of employed are also served better because intelligent adults take to growth learning and improve performance only through the languages of self-controlled and integrative behavior. So comparison of theory Y, theory X and theory Y. This type of people always want to avoid the work. The theory Y people, I already explained in the earlier slides, they always want to avoid the work. The theory Y persons feel work as a natural play if the conditions are amicable for them. So they enjoy the work. The persons have little desires, they are limited results, they accept very less responsibility, they will take very less responsibility, they are mostly not ambitious. But the theory why people are most enthusiastic, have lot of desires and goals, they want to be in top position, self controlled and indisciplined to achieving the goals. Theory why people mostly follow traditional methods, they have less capacity for creativity in solving organizational problems. But whereas in theory Y, the capacity of creativity in solving problems is more, and they use modern smart technologies in solving the organizational problems. They follow modern techniques. The theory X people need close control on them for doing their job. Example, carrot and it is called carrot and stick method. If these people, theory Y people, are motivated properly, they will show new methods and creativity in their work because they are self-directed and self-motivated. Due to their self-direction and self-motivated, and their interest in work, they show creativity in their work. In theory X, motivation present only at the primary level, that is at psychological and security level, whereas at social, there will be no social esteemed goals for theory X people. Motivation is at higher level at theory Y people. So social esteem and self-actuation are the goals of the theory Y persons. And sometimes primary level, they are psychological and security levels also. They are less motivated towards primary motivations or psychological and security levels. They are very much interested in social esteem and self-actualizational levels. Next, coming to relevance of theory Y. The big industries of organizations are operated by the staff, and then still the big industries are operated by the staff, and there the in recent years or in 21st century, the employees are taking new responsibilities, they are showing their capacity, and they're choosing modern techniques in solving the organizational problems. Their knowledge and techniques have profound influence on major decisions they design and procedures they involve. The administer, the strategies suggested by McGregor in his theory Y are quite relevant to the line staff conflicts of complex nature. So, the conflicts of line staff are the theory Y solves those all the things. According to McGregor, theory Y emphasizes on teamwork within the organization, and all the managers, whether line or staff, has both the line and staff responsibilities. Their responsibilities are different, and but theory Y always encourages teamwork and individuality, self motivation, and interest towards the work. Though theory Y, the line and staff collaboration could be, through theory Y, the line and staff collaboration could be improved. So due to these objectives of theory Y, it will encourages the collaboration between the staff and line employees. So it will encourages the coordination between staff and line employees in an organization. Criticism. Every administrator or every theory has positive and negative sides of that theory. So here the X and Y theory also having negative side, that is the criticism. McGregor rejection of traditional concept of administration has been questioned. So his traditional concept, he opposed X theory, so his traditional concept is questioned by many scholars. Theory X leads to an emphasis on the practices of control of greater value. So theory X always talks about the control, command, punishment, like that. So it is always in negative character, and it will not encourage the human being, or it will not encourage the persons to work for the organization. Despite all the researches, the carrot and stick theory is still a very useful theory that could motivate people. So still today in most of the organization, people are motivated by carrot and stick methods. So still it is relevant. But McGregor is opposite theory X, and he always encouraged theory Y persons. Control and direction, like traditional concepts which were rejected, are still of greater value for understanding the human motivation. So till today or in 21st century, we are using control and command, punishment, direction for fulfilling organizational goals or fulfilling the responsibilities of employees. So in 21st century also, it has greater value for understanding the human motivation. So human motivation is, if somebody direct them, they will do work smoothly. So McGregor explained his assumptions about human behavior. He explained his assumptions, not they are not properly uh, properly proved. They are just assumptions of McGregor. The assumptions could not real or correct till these are put to test or experimentation. So these should be kept experimented, or they are to be put testing. Till now, they are not properly or scientifically proven. Attuning management practices according to Theory X, assumptions make for a hard approach to managing, and invites resistance of people to management practices. So, Theory X always, this Theory X, attainment of practices according to Theory X assumptions make for a hard approach to management. So it is very the controlling, punishing, or supervising the employees is very hard natured and very conflict natured managing management. So apart from that, theory Y, the theory Y assumptions make for soft approach. Here, why it is soft approach? Because the theory Y persons are motivated, self-controlled, they know what they have to do, they are job oriented, work oriented. So the relation between worker and manager is very smooth and soft approach. So it leads to laissez-faire management and organizational influences. It increases organizational influences and working culture, and it will lead to laissez-faire management between employees and managers. Theory X and Theory Y assumptions are two extreme sets, because Theory X explains about the traditional human being and Theory Y explains about the modern behavior of human being. So these two are opposite. These two are extreme sets of assumptions. They are just assumptions about human behavior. They are practically not proven. Since human behavior is quite variable, same person may at times behaves according to the theory X assumptions and at times according to the theory Y assumptions. Rightly said by many scholars that the human behavior changes according to the situations and according to the time. So sometimes he behaves positively, sometimes he behaves negatively according to the situations prevailed with him. So the human being or the person with X character will not be always with X character. Sometimes he will changes into Y character, and the Y character personal always he will not be in X character. Sometimes according to the situations he will change to X character. So these assumptions will vary accordingly. So they are variable. Every enterprise has a mix of theory X and theory Y people. So every enterprise in the world is consist of the persons of theory X and theory Y. It is the manager or supervisor who uh, made them motivated towards the work. Conclusion. McGregor's theory is based on the studies of motivation by Hertzberg and Maslow. I already explained in the first slide that he is the follower of Abraham Maslow. And Abraham Maslow's influence is, he has a lot of influence on the writings of Abraham Maslow. He developed two theories. McGregor developed two theories on the basis of behavior of the human beings. His theory X explains the traditional approach to the management, whereas theory Y stresses the need for the integration of individual needs with the organizational needs. The theory X explains the traditional mode of organization, traditional mode of working conditions and behavior of the man, and theory Y explains the stressed on the desires of individual and organizational goals. How to manage and how to reach complete both organizational and individual goals is explained by theory Y. Despite criticism, contributions of McGregor is unparalleled. He gave new ideas of participative management of organization. All these have far-reaching impact on modern management. So modern management will change according to these Y assumptions. Likert calls his views on management are new, as these present a newer theory of organization based on management principles and practices of managers. So the these assumptions which are given by McGregor are very new at that time, and those uh, assumptions still working and still going on in 21st century also. And these new organizational ideas will efficient the will encourage the motivation of employees, and it leads to the development of organization. So if anybody have doubts or queries, please call 9849373729. Thank you.